So last class we have discussed about some designing issues of data link layer. When you observe this, the network layer services, nothing but data link layer is going to provide services to its network layer. And coming for second one, we have a discussion on framing. So what do you mean by framing? The data which is coming in the form of raw bits from physical layer at receiver side, those raw bits are collected and formed as a frames. Now we also have some framing mechanism like character count method, okay, adding some escape bit, adding some flag bits in order to find out the starting and ending of a frame. So all those comes under this framing technique. Now third one is error control and fourth one is flow control. So we have a discussion on framing like this. See here, so that means character count, flag byte with byte stuffing, starting and ending flag with byte stuffing, encoding violations. So like this, we have a discussion on a topic called as framing. Now, character count. We have seen in the last class how you are going to send the total number of bits you are sending from one frame, which is called as character count method. But what are the problems you are going to face when you send your data like this? That also we have discussed in our last class. Right? Now after that we have some extra bits are going to be added here. Okay, that is the start of a text, delete of a text, that is a DLE. Some flag bits are going to be inserted between one frame to another frame so that you come to know which is the ending of the first frame and starting of the next frame. So to know about all these, you have these different methods. And here you also have some byte stuffing and unstuffing. So last class I had discussed with you that suppose if you assume it is a frame which is coming from network layer in the form of packet, it reaches here and forms as a frames. The frame starting and ending will be given with a flag bit, and this frame also helps with three fields: header field, this is called as payload field, and this is called as trailer. Amma, please answer to my question. When I use this mouse pointer, are you able to view this mouse pointer on the screen? Unmute yourself and tell me. Is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Mouse pointer is visible, right? Okay. So a frame is going to be begin with a flag bit and ended with a flag bit. So for what purpose? To know where the frame is starting and to know where the frame is ending. And again next frame is going to be transmitted. So you don't have a confusion now. Why? Because you are shown with this flag bit, so it indicates the starting and ending of a flag bit. Now the same data when you are sending to receiver, the receiver's physical layer send it to the data link layer. It will be reached as it is like this, but it removes all these extra bits and it transmits only the original data to the upper layer, which is called as network layer of the receiver. This process is called as unstuffing, and this process is called as stuffing. Okay, so this is a byte stuffing and unstuffing mechanism. Now, so we have a discussion on framing, that is a bit stuffing. So what is this bit stuffing here actually? When you are sending your data like this, at that time this is indicating for flag bit, yellow color whatever I am going to show you, it indicates for flag bit. But in middle of the data, in the middle of this data code, you need to insert some stuff. Means what? Inserting some bits. When means when we use this bit stuffing means if you are sending with continuous 5 ones, if your data contains continuous 5 ones, After every 5 ones, it has to be stuffed with 0 bit. So this mechanism is called as bit stuffing. See here, you are sending a data like this 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. See how many number of continuous ones here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there are continuous 5 ones, that is, see here, 5 consecutive ones, nothing but 5 continuous ones are present in your data.
और मैं तो भी नहीं सकता दोस्त। तो तुमने कुत्ते के इसको कहाँ भेजा?
Who is this person? Abdul. Okay. So when you are setting continuous 5 ones, is it audible to you now? Is it audible? Right. So at that time you are going to stuff with a 0 bit. This method is called as bit stuffing. Now see here, when you are sending, assume one example I have treated here. This is character 1, this is character 2. Suppose if start of a frame is indicated with a flat bit, right? End of a frame is indicated with a flat bit again. Now you are sending 2 characters in your frame. At that time, for example, first character is here what? 0, 1, 2, actually all ones see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones are there. But what is our method of bit stuffing? If you have your data containing with continuous 5 ones, automatically a 0 bit is going to be stuffed. See the red mark here, it indicates for stuffed bit. And remaining 2 bits are next transmitted as usual. Similarly, go for character 2 here. So actually we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, but followed with 0, that is normal data. Even though it is containing with a normal data, if you have 5 continuous ones, a 0 bit is stuffed here. Okay, so this is called as bit stuffing. When receiver receives this data, what he will do? He will unstuff. That means, what is the idea for him? Suppose if you are sending your data with 5 continuous ones, the next 0 should be unstuffed. So they are going to unstuff that next 0 and they will receive the original data. So that mechanism we will follow in our bit stuffing. Any doubts still here? I think you are clear about these framing mechanisms. If you have any more doubts, you can ask me now. Otherwise, I will continue with the next topics. Any doubts? Right. So already we have a discussion on this error control. So actually, we have here 3 items which can be used to control the errors to some extent. What are those 3 items means? Acknowledgement, timer, and sequence number. So, acknowledgement is the first item. Already I have told you that what is the use of this acknowledgement. When you send some data to the receiver has to send back an acknowledgement for you that your data is received for me. So that is called as acknowledgement. So with this confirmation, you come to know that your data is accepted by receiver. So this is also one method of controlling your errors. And moving for the second item, that is called as timers. Okay. What is the problem with this timer? Nothing but once you are fixing your timer, within that time you have to get back with acknowledgement. If you are not getting acknowledgement, means it is called as negative acknowledgement. That means your data have not reached to the receiver. So that means there has been some errors. Suppose if you got an acknowledgement here within the time schedule, no error has occurred. This is also one of the error controlling items. And third one is sequence numbers. Why we need these sequence numbers? Means already I have told you that a packet is divided into some number of frames. So you don't know which frame is the first frame and which frame is the second frame. Why? Because there is no guarantee that you will receive your frames in a sequential order. At that time, if you are placed with sequence number, then you come to know that this is a frame 1, this is frame 2, this is frame 3, and you can send the data to the receiver's upper layer in a sequential order. So no data will be missed. So that's why we need these sequence numbers. So these are the three items which are essential to control the errors to some extent. Clear? Now we have the one more service provided by our data link layer. So what is the short form we use for data link layer representation? Short form. Data link layer short form is
DLL, ma'am.
okay.
DLL.
Right. DLL. Now our DLL's one more service is what? Flow control. Already I have told you with example also that how to control the speed of sender so that the packets are not going to be waited in the queue and there is no chance of missing the packets. Okay. So for this flow control, we have two approaches. The first one is called as feedback based flow control. Second one, rate based flow control. So when you come across the feedback based flow control here, suppose if receiver is going to send information to the sender, that means sender is sending some number of packets to the receiver. But if receiver is unable to get those packets, as the number of packets transmitting by sender is more, at that time they can intimate in the form of feedback to the sender so that the sender can slow down the process. That is feedback based flow control. And one more thing is rate based flow control. Suppose if sender is sending the packets within the limit, but receiver is unable to accept the packets, that means the fault is at receiver side, so we have to change the processor of the receiver. So these mechanisms we are going to use for controlling this flow of the packets. This is our last service provided by our data link layer, which is called as flow control. Now we need to discuss more about error correction and detection. Just we have seen how to control the errors in the previous slide. That is by using some three items. Now we have to discuss about some types of errors and how to detect the error and how to correct the error. That is very, very important functionality or issue of our data link layer. Why? Because the data what you are sending, that must be transmitted to the receiver without errors. But if it happens, you need to rectify that. So that is a main duty of our data link layer. So this error correction and detection plays an important role in our data link layer. Now we first come to the types of errors. Just listen carefully here. Types of errors. There are two types of errors mainly, the classification. The first one is called as single bit error. Second one is called as burst error. So what is single bit error and what is burst error? If it is single bit error means when you are sending some data, if only one bit is changed, then we call it as single bit error. See here, this is the sending data and this is received data. In the sending data, the position where we are showing with some yellow mark, it is actually 1, but it is received to receiver as 0. Only one bit is modified here, changed here. So we are calling it as what? Single bit error. That means if the data, whatever you are sending, if it is changed from 1 to 0 or from 0 to 1, but only one bit have been modified, means we call it as single bit error. Suppose if the data modification done more than 2 bits, 2 or more bits, then we call it as burst error. Then we call it as burst error. So these are the two types of errors: single bit error and burst error. Single bit error means only one bit is modified or changed. It may be from 1 to 0 or from 0 to 1. But the burst error means if 2 bits or more than 2 bits are changed or modified, we call it as what? Burst error. Is it clear? So now we go for error detection versus error correction. So what do you mean by error detection and what do you mean by error correction? So that is very important here. So actually we have two types of errors we have just discussed here. Now we see error detection codes. These are the codes which are used only for detecting the errors. But we also have some codes which are not only detecting but they also perform with correction of a course. That is called as error correction codes. When you see the diagram shown here, sender side, sender is going to encode the data. That means message, it is added with some generator, and message and redundancy, it is going to be transmitted. Receiver will check it. If it is correct, then accept, or else it discards. If it is not correct, what he will do, the receiver will discard that. So this error detection and correction is going to play an important role at both senders and receiver side. At receiver side, it will check the error, and if error is found, automatically the data is going to be discarded. If no error is found, it is going to be accepted by the receiver. So this is error detection versus error correction. That means we have some number of codes which are used only for detecting the errors. Those are called as error detection. But apart from this, it may also correct the errors. That is nothing but called as error correction codes. Now we'll see the remaining topics here, that what we are going to perform. Now first of all, error detection and correction codes. So we need to discuss about these points here. First, error detection and correction codes. Okay, now tell me, I have told to you that just now I have discussed with you that when you are sending your data, in the previous class also we have seen the data, how it is transmitted in the medium in the form of signals. It is indicating for 0 and 1 bits. In the place of 0 bit, if you are sending with 1 bit, what will happen? Error will happens. So this means the signal corresponding to 0 may change to 1 or vice versa. Vice versa means 1 to 0 due to the presence of noise. In order to verify this, in order to find out this and correct this, we have some methods here. That means we are going to send with extra bits along with the data what you are sending. Codes which allow only error detection are called as error detecting codes, and codes which allow error detection and correction are called as error detecting and error correcting codes. Now first one is our parity bit. We must know about this parity bit first. Very important topic. So actually what is a parity bit? Parity bit is used for the purpose of detecting the errors when you are sending your data. What is a parity bit? Parity bit is an extra bit which you are adding to the data, to the message, what you are sending to the receiver. Okay, so these parity bits, it may be either number of ones, that means odd parity or even parity. Two types of parity bits will be there, odd parity or even parity. We will discuss more about this here. What is even parity and what is odd parity? Just observe carefully. The message which is included with parity bit is transmitted and then checked at the receiver end for errors. An error is detected if the checked parity does not correspond with the one transmitted. Now we have how many types of parity bits here? Two types, even parity, odd parity. So I will explain you clearly what is even parity and what is odd parity. Okay, so before that, just observe the example what I am going to perform here. So before that, just see here. So now here we are considering with 4 8-bit words, that is forming as 4 cross 8 block. 4 cross 8 block. Just observe this diagram carefully. See this example carefully. Now this is our data what we are sending now. Okay, first observe this 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. Totally how many bits we are sending? Answer to my question. Any one of you unmute yourself and tell me. Totally how many bits?
8.
Okay. So that means here 8 bits are divided to two parts. 4 4. Just we are showing with some gap here. Don't get confused. Okay. So like this, we are sending how many codes here? 1 2 3 4. Is it right? 4 codes of size 8 bits. So we are calling it as 4 by 8 data block. This forms one data block. దీన్ని మనం ఏమంటాము అంటే డేటా బ్లాక్ అంటాం. The size is what? 4 by 8. 4 by 8 means 1 2 3 4. You can assume this. 8 means the total number of bits present in each block is 8. So 4 by 8 data block. Now tell me what I said. Parity bit means what? It is an extra bit what you are adding along with your message. For example, my message is 1011 0101. This is my message. But along with this, I am adding with one extra bit. Adding with one extra bit. That means here I treated or I considered with even parity. Even parity means total number of ones in the data must be even. That is called as even parity. See, now check here how many ones are present in my original data. Tell me.
5.
5. So, as these are 5, I am using even parity. So, I am adding with one more 1 here to make it as even. Now tell me the total number of ones in this.
6.
6. It becomes even parity. Is it right or not? Next. Go for next data block. Next data 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Now how many number of ones are here?
4 man.
4 ones. Which parity you are selecting here?
Odd.
Even parity. You are selecting even parity only. That's why you are placing here with 0. Why? Because When you keep 1 here, what will become? How many ones it will become? 5 ones. It should not be odd. If it is even parity, it should be how many number of ones? Even number of ones. Now total number of ones in this entire data block is how many?
4.
4, ma'am.
4. Is it even parity?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, like that. And come for next one. Listen carefully. Here, this is my original data. Tell me how many ones are here? Only up to this.
5 ones,
5.
ma'am.
5. But I am considering which parity here? Even parity, na? So, as it is even parity, I have to add with one more one. So that the number of ones will become even. Now, total number of ones here are how many?
6.
6, which is our even parity. And go for the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here how many bits of, how many ones are there? 5 ones are there. But I am considering with even parity, so I am adding with one more parity bit with 1, which is making it as 6, which is our even parity. So this is called as, okay, the parity what you are going to perform is a, that is called, that means you see here for each and every row you are adding with that extra parity. So this is called as a column, parity column. Similarly, we go for parity row. You are sending this block of data, right? Now come for this entire column here. Just now first we have treated the rows. Now come for this first column. 1, 2, 3. How many ones are there in this entire data block? 3 ones. But it is even parity. So I will add with a row with 1, which is making this as 4 ones, which is a even parity. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? So this is actually problematic, ma. Okay, you have to respond. You have to answer any 1 or 2. Only don't be quiet. So that I'm unable to understand whether you people are getting it or not. So you please respond for my question. Right. Now tell me that this column contain how many ones?
2, ma'am.
3 ones, ma'am.
No, this one. This second column.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
2 ones are. 2 means it is even parity, right? So here you are going to place with 0. And go for next one, third column. How many ones are here?
Only 1.
Only 1. To make it as even, we are adding with 1 here. That means total number of ones now become 2, which is a even parity. Now similarly go for this 1, 2, 3. Is it a even parity? No. So you are adding with 1. Now you are making it as even parity. So like this, we are going to add with an extra bit with entire row and entire column, which is going to send for the receiver. Okay. So this mechanism we will follow in our parity bit. Suppose if it is odd parity. Now what will be? The total number of ones should be odd. That is called as odd parity. Okay. So now we'll look after this. See here one more example is mentioned. Okay, this is your data. For example, and you are sending this data to the receiver, and receiver is going to check it. Receiver is going to verify it. When he verifies, what he will do? Just see the example carefully. Here, how many number of total ones are there? Tell me.
4, ma'am.
Here, ma. Here. In this one, in this row. Second one, below. 1,
5, madam.
Five, ma'am.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Along with this, 6 are.
Yes,
దీంతో
madam.
కూడా కలపండి, ప్యారిటీతో కలిపేయండి, కలిపి చెప్పండి నాకు. 6 ఉన్నాయి కదా, సో 6
ma'am.
is becoming even parity or not?
Yes, madam. Even
So
parity.
we can say that this coding, whatever you have sent here, it is reached to the receiver exactly. Okay, next. Come for next one. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here what is our extra parity bit? 0. Total number of ones here is how many?
5.
5 means, is it matching with even parity?
No, madam.
No. So the receiver will come to know that an error has occurred in our second row. Okay, here some error has occurred. See, what is our original data actually? 0, 1, 0, 1. But here it is transmitted as 0, 1, 1, 1. This is going to be rectified. Find out at receiver side with the help of this parity bit. Okay, here it is 0 means, why we are placing with 0 here? Because it is already a even parity. But when you check it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means it's not an even parity. But you are placing with 0 means some error has occurred in this row. So the receiver will easily find out that, oh, some error has occurred in this position. Okay. Similarly, go for next third row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, is it matching with even parity? Is it matching or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because it is a 6. And go for next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is also matching. Right? Now, check this row. Column is completed here. Now these columns, we have to check here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, is it matching with even parity or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Go for second column. 1, 2. Is it matching? Yes. Go for third one. 1, 2, 3. Is it matching with even parity?
No, madam.
No. That means an error has occurred at some location, in this location. Just nothing but here we have some error. So like that, with the help of this both row and column checking, these parity bits, because of this parity bit, you are able to know that some error has occurred in the data transmission. Okay, so that is the today's topic, which is called as parity bit. So on this parity bit, I'll show you with some more examples. Just listen, see carefully. Now the examples of parity bits. Actually, you are sending here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits. 7 bits of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The red mark, whatever it is shown, that is extra parity bit. Okay. Why we are placing with 0 here? It is even parity. See, it is even parity means you will check the total number of ones. How many number of ones are here? 1. Tell me. How many ones are here?
4, ma'am.
4 ones are there means it is even parity. So the last parity bit is going to be placed with 0. And go for next one. How many ones are here?
6 ones, ma'am.
6 ones. So parity bit should be 0. Now go for next one. How many ones are here?
3.
3 ones,
So
ma'am.
to make
Parity
it even
bit one.
parity, you have to place with 1. Now total number of ones becomes 4. అంతే కదా parity bit యాడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఎన్ని అయినాయి మొత్తము 4 అయిపోయాయి. అలాగే now total number of ones here as only 1. So you have to add with 1 parity bit to make it as a even. Now similarly 1, 2, 3, 4. It is already even number of ones. So the parity bit is placed with 0. So like this we are going to add with an extra bit along with the data what you are sending in order to find out if any error has occurred. For detecting the errors we will use this parity bit. Now here are some examples I am showing you. Just observe it carefully. Okay. Now this is the original data mark. This data I have to send. Totally how much of data is there? 4 code words. Okay, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See 1, 2, 3, 4 code words are there. Now these 4 code words you are going to add with some extra bits. There is row parity and column parity. Now this is even parity. So how many number of ones here? 4. So 0. Here also 4, 0. Here 2, 0. Here 2, 0. Okay. Now you come for this column wise. 1, 2, 3. So adding with 1, 5, 4. Next only 1. So adding with 1. Already 2 we have even. So 0. 1 adding 2. 1. Here 1. Totally even. 2, 0. Only 1. So you are adding with 1. Only 1 adding with 1. So this becomes how many? Totally. Now this is also becoming one row actually. This is also becoming one row. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is placed with 0. Okay. Total number of ones. Actually your original data is how much of length? 1, 2, 3, 4. But how much of length now you are sending? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is this fifth one? This is this column parity. You are adding with this column parity bit. Okay, and row parities are added to this here itself. 0, 0, 0, 0, like that. So this column it is added here. When receiver receives that, he will again decrypt that and he will make the same method and he will check if all are matching, then he will accept your data. Okay, this mechanism we will follow. See how the sender and receiver will verify. Now sender is sending some data, that is for example I am sending with a data 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Now I am using which parity? Even parity. So what I will do, I will add one extra bit because it is 3 ones. So to make it even parity, I have to add with 1. Totally how many number of ones now it becomes? Any ones ఉన్నాయి? ఈ పొజిషన్ లో ఎన్ని వన్స్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా ఇక్కడికి? 4 ఉన్నాయా? Here ఇక్కడ 4 ఉన్నాయి కదా. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now this data you are sending through transmission media. Alage receiver will receive this and compute the parity bit and check the parity bits. When it check the parity bits, meeku akkada chupinchina kada previous example ela check chestaro ala check chesinappudu what it will do, we are accepting for even parity. So kabatti if it is even, accept the data. Yes aithe even kaledu ante no means reject the data. Now this is entered here. Suppose here 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 bits are sent like this. It becomes even. So the condition becomes true. Yes. And the data is going to be accepted. Suppose if it is 0 or any modification have been done in the data, automatically the total number of 1 becomes less. That means they may not be even. at that time it is rejected by the receiver. So this mechanism is going to be followed at both sender and receiver's side. Is it clear about parity bits? Is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Madam.
So like this we have so many methods, very important topics. So regarding the gate point of view also you may get some questions from these type of problems. So better to practice them carefully. Now this is one more example. This is one more example, that is your original data. See, here odd parity is also shown. Now I am sending with even parity. This is original data is all zeros mark. So if it is even parity, means place it with 0. Suppose if you want to make it as odd parity, you have to place with 1. Now see here, this is your original data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there. To make it even parity, you have to add with 1. To make it as odd parity, place with 0, because already we have 5 ones. Already it is a odd. So you have to place here with 0. Like that you are shown with both even parity and odd parity. Now see how many number of ones are here in this one? Tell me.
4, ma'am.
4. So at even parity you need to place with 1 or 0?
0.
0. At odd parity you have to place with 1. Why? Because it is 4. To make it as odd parity, you have to add with extra bit called as 1. Okay. Now you understood what is even parity and what is odd parity. So even parity means total number of ones should be even. Odd parity means total number of ones should be odd. Right. So this is our examples regarding this. Next, after this, we also have been shown with the example that what I have shown the previous one. This is the original data, but the original data is going to be first added with this, and you are sending now with 5 bits, that is extra column parity is added, and receiver will check it, and if it is okay, then he will accept the data. Okay. After this, we had an important topic called as Hamming code. Very important topic. Hamming code. Okay. So till here, if you have any problems, doubts, you can ask me. ఇక్కడ మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి. Just be in line, I'll take attendance. అఖిల్
మేడం
ఎం అఖిల్ మా ఎక్కడున్నాడు అబ్బాయి?
మేడం
ఏంటి నీ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి? ఎందుకు నువ్వు క్లాస్ రూమ్ లోకి యాడ్ అవ్వలేదు అసలు?
లేదు మేడం, నేను జాయిన్ అయినది సెప్టెంబర్ 10th నుంచి క్లాస్ ఉంటున్నా మేడం.
నువ్వు అఖిల్ అంటే ఎం అఖిల్ ఏ సెక్షన్? బి సెక్షన్ చెప్పు.
బి సెక్షన్ మేడం.
బి సెక్షన్. ఇంకో అఖిల్ ఒకసారి ఫోన్ చేసిన, నాకు మెయిల్ ఐడి లేదని చెప్పి. నువ్వేనా నాకు ఫోన్ చేసింది?
లేదు మేడం, నేను కాదు మేడం.
ఓకే, మీరు ఎప్పటి నుంచి జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు?
సెప్టెంబర్ 10th మేడం.
ఓకే, సెప్టెంబర్ 10th నుంచి.
అవును మేడం.
సరే సరే. ఇప్పుడు మీరు క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో యాడ్ అవ్వలేదా?
లేదు మేడం.
సరే, నేను లాస్ట్ లో వెయిట్ చేయండి, నేను చెప్పేదాకా నువ్వు లీవ్ అవ్వద్దు, నాకు అప్పుడు చెప్పు, నేను యాడ్ చేసుకుంటా.
ఓకే మేడం.
ఒక్క నిమిషం వెయిట్ చేయండి, అటెండెన్స్ కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది.